to be able to have a combination of individual client representation along with community organizing and advocacy for law reform and political change, networking with other groups. This is so much more powerful than just having a system where you represent one client after another. And to be able to have access to clients as opposed to just being an advocacy organization where you just try and get into the media or get to meetings with politicians, that also is not strong enough. So it is this magical combination that makes the legal clinic system effective in terms of broad change, more permanent and systemic change. And that really tied in well with the other advocacy work of the CCNC, the Chinese Canadian National Council. For at least three of those years, I wore two hats, and both as national president of the CCNC and as executive director of the legal clinic. So that worked out well in a few areas, not just the area of human rights and anti-racism, where both CCNC and the legal clinic would have common priorities and positions, but then we came into one of the biggest issues ever to affect the CCNC and the legal clinic and its supporters and clients, and that was what happened in June 1989 when we had Tiananmen Square and the Chinese students here in Canada protesting, democracy movement. The legal clinic, as CCNC, did not want to get involved in politics outside of Canada. But this wasn't just about politics outside of Canada. This very much affected Chinese in Canada, especially Chinese who wanted to stay in Canada and were no longer able to or willing to go back to China. So the legal clinic, together with CCNC, and I was wearing both hats at the time, fought for a special immigration program to let thousands of Chinese visa students and other Chinese visitors be able to stay in Canada and get permanent resident status. And that was a really exciting and intense time for our clients, for the legal clinic, the advocacy work that was involved, the lobbying of government. There was a lot of cooperation with CCNC also. So that really tied in well to our priorities, both for our clients and for the community. That's the power of an organization when it can combine advocacy with community organizing and outreach, combine advocacy with some measure of representation of a community.